Hallo, Namaste und Guten Tag everyone. I'm Shubham and I welcome you all to Think German. So today we are starting with our new video series wherein we'll guide you on how to score well in your German B2 exam, specifically in the Sprechen Teil. So this playlist will majorly focus on the question number 1 of your Sprechen Teil, which is Vortrag halten, which means to deliver a speech. So now in today's video I will be telling you how to structure your speech and how to speak on different points and deliver a perfect speech. So let's begin. So guys, let us take a look at the first thing that you will see in your question paper when you open the Sprechen Teil, which is question number 1, Vortrag halten. So now over there you will find written, Sie nehmen an einem Seminar teil und sollten dort einen kurzen Vortrag halten, which means you are taking part in a seminar and you have to give a short speech over there. This is the first thing that you will see. Now the second thing that you will notice is that you have been given 2 topics over there, out of which you have to choose one topic on which you will speak. For example, let's say that 2 topics are given over there. First, Fremdsprachenerwerb, which means foreign language acquisition. And the second topic might be, let's say, Ernährung am Arbeitsplatz, which means nutrition at the workplace. So now out of these, you have to choose one topic. So let us say that for today's video, we are choosing the topic Fremdsprachenerwerb. Now, the third thing that you will notice is that over there in a small box, 3 points will be given on which you have to speak. Those 3 points are, first, beschreiben Sie mehrere Methoden, which means describe various methods. Second will be, nennen Sie Vor- und Nachteile und bewerten Sie diese, which means mention advantages and disadvantages and analyze them. And the third point will be, beschreiben Sie eine Methode genauer, which means describe one method exactly or in detail. So these are the 3 points on which you have to deliver your speech. You have to construct your speech on the basis of these 3 points. So now, how will we do that? About what will we speak in our speech? Let us take a look at that. So guys, the first point is beschreiben Sie mehrere Methoden, which means describe various methods. Now various methods for what? What do we have to speak in this point? Basically, various methods to achieve the topic that you're talking about. For example, the current topic is Fremdsprachenerwerb, which means foreign language acquisition. So now over here in this point, you can speak about what are the various methods through which you can acquire the knowledge of a foreign language, right? So this is what you have to talk about in this point. So now before starting directly with this point, let us first greet the listener and then give a brief introduction of your topic. It always creates a good impression in front of the invigilator, right? So now for example, you can say, Guten Morgen, heute möchte ich über ein interessantes Thema sprechen. Das Thema heißt Fremdsprachenerwerb, right? And then after that you can say that foreign language acquisition has become very important in today's world. In the globalized world like today, we can work in any country that we want. For example, if you want to work in Germany, and if we know German language, it becomes really very easy to find work over there, right? So such points you can say to briefly introduce your topic. After that, you can come to your first point, beschreiben Sie mehrere Methoden. So now over here you can talk about what are the different ways through which you can learn a language. For example, first point that you can mention is to learn the language in a Sprachinstitut, in a language institute. The second can be through a Privatlehrer, which means through personal tuitions. Then the third point can be, for example, through a Fernkurs, which means correspondence course, where you get all the CDs and books at home and you can learn from there. And the fourth can be through own efforts, through various apps and through internet, you can learn it by your own. So basically these are the 4 methods through which you can learn a foreign language. So now let's come to the second point. Nennen Sie Vorteile und Nachteile und bewerten Sie diese. So now over here, you have to mention the advantages and disadvantages of the methods that you have just mentioned. For example, in a Sprachinstitut, you can say that when we learn a language in a language institute, we can converse with various students and we can learn quicker than when we can learn alone. For example, when we learn with different students, we can discuss with each other, we can speak with each other, we can learn through each other's opinions, and it becomes easier to learn a language and more interesting, right? But the disadvantages can be, for example, in a foreign language institute, we have to follow a fixed speed and a fixed course. There is no flexibility, which is not, advantages for everyone. So now the second point, for example, through a Privatslehrer, we can mention that when we learn through private tuitions, we can learn language very easily because it's one-to-one interaction between the teacher and the student, right? And it becomes really very easy because the entire time a teacher can give to the student. But disadvantage can be that private tuitions are really very expensive nowadays. They are not at all cheap, right? Now the third point, through correspondence course, you can say that yes, we can learn at home, we can learn with our own speed. But the disadvantage is that if only one could learn through books, then what was the need of all the institutes and schools, right? So these are the advantages and disadvantages that you can give in this point. So now the third point will be beschreiben Sie eine Methode genauer, which means describe one method exactly or precisely. So now you can choose your favorite point out of those. For example, when you were learning German language, you learned it in a language institute. So according to you, that is better. So you can speak about that when I learned German, for example, in a language institute, it was really interesting for me. I could interact with a lot of students and we spoke with each other in German. We had group discussions through which we could learn a lot, right? So in the third point, which is beschreiben Sie eine Methode genauer, you have to give your opinion and you have to describe one point exactly. And then in the end, you can give your opinion and end the topic, end your speech. So this is how easy it is to give your Vortrag, to give a speech in your German B2 exam. But remember, there is a difference. In German B1 exam, we used to present a thema. But in German B2 exam, we will deliver a speech. Over here, we have gone one notch higher and we have to take care of our vocabulary and the sentence construction that we make, right? So this is how we have to structure our speech and this is how you will deliver your speech. So now, in my next video, I will be presenting this topic in detail in German language, the way you will give your speech in your German B2 exam. So after today's video, I will start with the presentations now, wherein I will give presentations on various topics. I will deliver speeches on various topics to help you guys. So that's all for today. Danke, Namaste und auf Wiedersehen.